Hey guys, my name is Alex and I'm sharing everything on YouTube that I've realized in my life, or all the things that I think are valuable to other people. And today I want to share some insights I've made in the last couple of days and weeks. And they all evolve around honesty and telling the truth. And for me personally, it wasn't that easy to tell the truth in the last few weeks, or to honor the truth and to act out and to do everything you do because of the truth and not because of some misconceptions or assumptions all of us make, and especially I made. So that's what I want to share today. And the title of the video is something about LSD and honesty and telling the truth and relationships. And there is a woman in my life, or a really close girlfriend, and since the first day we met, we had like a really close connection and really great connection. Because when I think about it, like, since the first time we met, we told each other the truth. And the wind is getting really wild, so I hope you still understand me. But anyway, we had like this really close relationship, but since a few weeks, like, our relationship got really fragile, and I think that's mainly because we stopped to tell each other the truth. And in this example right now, in this relationship I'm talking about right now, I asked her a few times a few weeks ago about how she's feeling and about other things I wanted to know, but she wasn't able to tell me how she's feeling. I mean, she's not obligated to do that, but the thing is, as soon as we stopped to tell each other the truth, and I really felt that in this relationship with her, you're no longer able to connect to each other. There's suddenly like this distance between you and the other person, because there's no longer this emotional flow, this intimacy, this sharing your inner truths with each other. And as soon as that happened, as soon as this flow stopped, as soon as we didn't tell each other the truth anymore, or in this example, she didn't, and it's not all her fault or anything like that, that's not what I want to say, and I definitely didn't tell the truth as often as I could, and I didn't honor the truth as much as I could have, and I will come to that later. But yeah, as soon as this flow, this telling each other the truth stopped, there was like huge distance created between each other. And the fault I made was that it's not like a fault I made like consciously, but I could have done better, in the sense that I could have like stay on the truth, because when she didn't tell me the truth, I kind of accepted it, or I think, yeah, I don't need to know that. But then I started to search, but there was still like this distance between each other, and then I searched for solutions, or what's the problem, like why is there this distance, like how can we get closer together to each other. But I thought like it was this or it was that reason or this or here, but all of these things like I was looking at, they were all just symptoms of not telling the truth to each other. And if you fix the symptoms, you're not fixing like the actual problem, like in this case, in this relationship, not telling each other the truth. So then one fault I made was a week ago, where I really missed her and I really wanted to see her, but I didn't tell her that. I didn't tell her I want to see you more often or I want to see you right now. The only thing I told her was I miss you. And sure, that's close to I want to see you, but it's not the same thing. I didn't really told her how I was feeling, that I wanted to see her, that I wanted to connect to her more deeply. And I didn't tell her that. And then I asked her if she has time to see me, and she already had other plans. And then I took that like really personally, because I assumed that she just didn't want to see me, that I'm not valuable for her, that she's not interested in me. But the thing is, I was only able to assume how she was feeling because I didn't tell her my truth. If I told her how I felt, like that I wanted to see her and I want to connect with her more deeply, and then she would have said, yeah, I don't want that, then that would have been a different thing, because then I would actually know how she was feeling. But in this case, I was just able to assume how she was feeling. And I came up with this a few days ago. And for me, I really realized that if you just assume how someone's feeling, then you're making the relationship all about you. Then there's no longer this flow, because you need to allow the other person to express themselves. And if you don't allow the other person to express their feelings by telling the other person your feelings too, then you just assume, and then you think that you already know the truth, but you don't know the truth. You just assume that you know the truth about how the other person's feeling and the intention about the other person's feeling. So you're disrespecting the other person, you're violating the autonomy of the other person if you just assume how they feel. And then you're just fighting against illusions about each other, or you're just dealing with illusions about each other instead of actually connecting with each other. And with this girlfriend, I'm talking about not my girlfriend, but a girlfriend. I took LSD a few days ago. It was actually CP LSD, so it's actually legal drug in Germany right now, at least. And we were able to see all of those things that we didn't see before the trip, because LSD kind of showed us that there are these things that we need to talk about, and especially that we need to talk about our emotions and share our emotions, because that's the only way to connect with each other. And it sounds so simple and so obvious, but it's so hard to get, and we make everything so complicated all of the time that we lose the sight of like the really important or the really fundamental things. And interesting thing about LSD too is that I realized that in the past that if you take LSD, you're no longer able to lie to yourself, in the sense that you really experience how you feel. In general, we have feelings, but then we try to cover them up or repress them or walk away from those feelings through taking drugs, for example, especially alcohol, which really numbs ourselves. But you can definitely abuse psychedelics in that way too. But then you kind of get the consequences because the psychedelics actually show you how you feel. So maybe you're running away from your feelings, but then they show you your feelings. Yeah, but we watch TV, go on our phones all the time, and we do all these mindless things and distractions to avoid what's really going on deep inside of us. And that's also one of the reasons, or yeah, maybe the main reason why I meditate, is to face everything that's going on inside of me. Because when you meditate, you're no longer running away. You're just looking at yourself. And if you're just looking at yourself, all of those feelings come up. It's pretty much like when you're trying to fall asleep and you're just laying in bed and you're doing nothing. And exactly at that moment, everything comes up that you didn't want to think about in the whole day. And that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. And I want to end this video with the definition of spirituality I heard a few days ago in a series called The Midnight Gospel. It's on Netflix right now and it's really fucking good. I really like it because it just ponders existence and a lot of really deep philosophical existential topics. But the creator of the series, Duncan Trussell, he was having a conversation with his mom 3 weeks before she died, and this conversation is part of the series, actually from the last episode of the series. And in that episode she says, or he asked her, like, what is spirituality? And his mother just says, spirituality is just the ability to feel the truth and to embody the truth, to see what's real. And I think that's really, really good definition of spirituality, because the truth in this sense is really what's going on inside of us, and we cannot hide it or walk away from it because it's there. It's part of ourselves. And in this sense, or in this context, everything that's not true is maybe our rationalizations about the truth, or our excuses about the truth. Like, yeah, actually I don't care about how I feel because my feelings are not important, or I feel that way because of other persons, so we're like blaming other persons and we're not taking responsibility for how we feel. And all these things we make up about our feelings are essentially not true, because they are not our feelings. And if we want to feel the truth, if we want to get connected to ourselves, then we have to look at it and really feel it. So, yeah. I'm really glad that I'm continuing to do my stuff on YouTube, and this is actually my first real full-length English YouTube video. And I hope you guys understood everything I wanted to tell and that the wind wasn't too loud. Yeah, I hope to see you guys soon in the next videos, and it would really support me with subscribing to my channel if you like what I'm talking about, and if you can relate to the things I said in this video, it would be really nice if you share this video with other people, so everyone can look at this insight and decide for themselves if they're helping them or not. And if what I'm saying is helping like one person, then I am really happy. So yeah, thanks for watching and see you soon.